What's up, my YouTube friends? I have my Century Arms RAS Red Army Standard 47. This is RAS 47. This is basically my Project AK. Most people know me as an AK guy. I love the platform. It just works, and so I've got a really good and really cool innovation to talk to you guys about. When I bought this gun, it was way overgassed. I mean, this thing was throwing empty shell cases 25, 30 feet. I mean, and I'm not exaggerating. They were gone. You couldn't find them unless you had a spotter watching for where it went. And, that beats the gun to death. In order to kind of increase the longevity of the rifle, there's a few options that you have. Some people say that these little holes here reduce the amount of gas that's operating the piston. What happens is the cartridge fires around. The gases that follow the projectile. They come up through this gas block here, and they act on the piston, this is the piston. And so what happens is it fires, the piston pushes back, releases this bolt, comes back, chambers another round. As the spring is pushing it forward, it chambers another round, and the process starts over. All of the magic that happens with this, or over-gassing in this particular scenario, goes on right here. So when you talk about reducing the amount of gas that's acting on this piston, that it's already acted on it by the time it gets to these holes. So anybody who tells you that drilling holes here is going to reduce the amount of gas that's acting on the face of this piston is blowing smoke up your ass. And so I'm sick and tired of people saying, drill another hole, that'll reduce your gas. And I'm sorry, but there are a few prominent rifle makers that say, yeah, put holes in here, or get a gas tube that has holes in it, and that'll reduce the gas pressure. And that is simply not the case, because by the time the gas is acted on the face of this piston, it's already started its rearward motion. And the gas is only releasing from here after it's already started its motion rearward. So all of this extra space in here, and I don't know if you can see in there, but it's star-shaped. The gas escapes around the piston and out the back side through here. Drilling holes in here isn't going to make a difference. I promise, it doesn't. I know from firsthand experience that it doesn't. So what can we do? Well, you can go to like Apex and buy a whole bunch of, and I actually have 10 myself, surplus gas pistons. You can drill your piston pin out and unscrew the piston and replace it with another piston that you have filed a groove in. And what does that do? So if you look here, you can see that if this piston has a groove filed in it, that gas is going to escape through the groove, and it's going to reduce the amount of force, rearward force, on the piston. So the idea is you buy 10 of these surplus pistons. You put one groove in one. You put 2 grooves in another, 3 grooves in another, 4 grooves in another, and you try them out until you find one that has reduced the amount of pressure, rearward pressure on the carrier. That's one way to do it. Well, there is a company that came out and decided they were going to manufacture a adjustable gas piston. And this is a KNS Precision Inc. adjustable gas piston. It has a hole in the front. It has this collar that turns, and it clicks and locks into place. Every time it clicks, it opens that passage from this hole to these grooves in the side here, open more and more. Why do you need that? Let's say I put a suppressor on here. This thing's already overgassed as it is, and if I put a suppressor on here, it's going to be really, really overgassed. So KNS Precision makes these really nice adjustable gas pistons. And offhand, I can't remember how much they are. I think they're like 100 and a quarter, 100 and a half, maybe 150. And it seems like a lot, but when you're talking about the longevity of a rifle and something that you can move from rifle to rifle, to me, it's a no-brainer. So what do? I buy a Milsurp carrier, I buy a Milsurp bolt, I buy the adjustable piston, I check my headspace on the bolt. I make sure that it locks up. This is the locking motion here. I use my headspace gauges, and I talk about how to make those in another video. Or if you have a set, or you order a set, use these gauges. Check your headspace. Make sure that the bolt is not locking up on a no-go and that it's locking on a go gauge. Okay, so you've got that out of the way. Now you've got your bolt situated. You know your carrier and your bolt work. All you have to do is drill the retaining pin, and I just kind of drill the head of it on both sides, and then you can tap it right out. Unscrew the original piston. Screw in the piston that you order based on the size of your current piston. So you'll measure from here to the face, from the shoulder here where it screws in to the face, and then you'll go to their website and you'll say, okay, mine is a AGM style. So I order an AGM style adjustable piston. I install it, I put a new pin in, and in my case, I just use a nail. And I'll stick a nail in there, I'll hammer it in, I'll peen the edges over and make sure that those edges are peened over. And there you go. And now you've got your new piston installed. So you'll install your carrier and your bolt and your new piston, and you'll go out to the range and you'll start with it all the way closed. You'll fire your rounds and you'll see right away that just by having this hole here in the front, and I didn't know this when I ordered it, but I did find out by talking with the guys at KNS who are really good with customer service, that just having that extra space reduces, and their engineers have figured out that there is about a 10% reduction in force just from having that hole. So with it fully closed, you're already getting a 10% reduction. So you can count on a 10% reduction right off the bat. Okay, so you fire a few rounds, you see where they're going, they're 10, 15 feet away, okay? You pull the bolt out and you adjust this back, you know, say you go 5, all right? So you go back 5 and you fire 5 or 10 more rounds. And you get it to where, you know, say you've come back 10 and you fire and it's not picking up another round. So you've gone too far. So you'll close it in a few, 1 or 2. In my case, I did it in increments of 2 and close it to now 8 clicks, right? So you went from 10 to 8. And is it cycling all the way back? Is it consistently picking up and chambering another round? No. Okay, so close it 2 more clicks. In my case, my preferred setting is 2 clicks back, and that gives me the reduction I need, but it also gives me very consistent pickup, and I want to make sure that it's picking up around every time, and there's not going to be a time where I pull the trigger and it doesn't pick up around. So that's that. You've got it set, you've reduced the gas in your rifle, and you've increased the lifespan of your tool, and you've done it using CNC precision machined. I mean, this is an advancement. This is a technological advancement. It's the finish on these is really nice. It's black, some type of DLC, or you know, I'm really not sure what kind of coating it is, but I'm sure you can find all that out on the website. It's strong, and again, the company stands behind their product. This was featured in, I believe, SHOT Show 2017, and it's been on my list to get it done. I ordered 2 of these, one for my rifles and one for my best friend's rifle. We both rock the KNS Precision Inc. Adjustable gas pistons, and we see reduced gas pressure and an increased rifle life. So I hope that you guys think that that's as cool as I do, and you know, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and you know, help get my YouTube channel back monetized, because I do take my personal time, and I spend my personal money on these things. And you know, sometimes I get companies who help me out and send me things, and sometimes I pay for them. And this is one of those cases where I paid for the KNS Precision Inc. Piston, and I'm satisfied with it. So thanks for watching. We'll talk to you guys next time.